Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 5. My name is Naftali Tri Banowati with the other members Aliya Nurkholipah, Zacky Abduh, Amalia Anugerah Putri, and Ismi Aidia Salsi. Now we will present about the data analysis using Leuween'S approach. So the first one is the introduction. So the study is titled The Application of Theo van Leeuwen's Critical Discourse Analysis in the Coverage of BSNP Dissolution on Liputan6.com. So it examines how Liputan6.com reported on the disbandment of BSNP using van Leeuwen's Critical Discourse Analysis. It explores inclusions and exclusion strategies to reveal power dynamics and ideological biases in news discourse. This approach is essential for uncovering how certain actors are highlighted or marginalized, exposing how dominant groups shapes narratives and public opinion.
So for the van Leeuwen's critical discourse analysis, focus on how language constructs power relations by determining which social actors are included or excluded in discourse. In the Liputan6.com news article about the disbandment of the National Education Standards Agency, exclusion strategies such as passive voice and nominalizations are used to obscure the government's role. This makes the actions appear neutral or inevitable, reducing direct accountability for the decisions. Meanwhile, inclusion strategies highlights BNSP's competence and independence, framing it as a victim of political interventions. By associating BSNP with professionalism and expertise, the discourse positions it as a crucial institution, while the government's role in its disbandment remains vague. This contrast shapes public perceptions, influencing how readers interpret the event.
Next, step-by-step data analysis. The first is data collection. This study analyzed a Liputan6.com article on BSNP dissolution using content analysis, examining how social actors and events were represented within academic and contextual frameworks. The second, the contextual analysis explored media framing shaped by power relations, bias, and public perception. And the third, using Theo van Leeuwen's framework, the discourse analysis examined exclusion and inclusion strategies, revealing how actors were downplayed through passivation and nominalizations or emphasized via association and differentiation. The next, the ideological analysis exposed biases, showing how language reinforced power structures and marginalized certain groups. And the last, findings indicated the news was not entirely neutral, reflecting ideological influences. This study highlights how critical discourse analysis uncovers hidden meanings in media reporting.
Here is the example of the article. Exclusion strategies like hiding responsibility or passivation. For example, the policy is considered harmful in making actions seem neutral. Normalization. The dissolution of BSNP follows regulation, shifting focus from people to ideas or close replacement. For example, BSNP sets education standards. Inclusion strategies, creating contrast or differentiation. For example, educators versus policymakers, being fact versus specific, or objectivation. For example, many issues versus two major issues, framing perception or nomination, BSNP, an independent and professional institution, and strengthening arguments or naming. For example, expert Indah Karismiaji criticized blah blah blah, and highlighting individuals or assimilation. Kusuma opposed the dissolution, and Doni shaping narrative or association. BSNP represent public involvement.
In conclusions, language is a powerful tool that shapes public perception by using techniques like passivation and nominalization to hide accountability, while also employing association and nomination to emphasize specific groups. Van Leeuwen critical discourse analysis reveals how these strategies control narratives and uncover hidden power structures in news reporting, providing valuable insights that can inform future research into media bias and influence. Thank you.